Today we're going to be looking at January 2017 paper 3. Okay, paper 3 for Principles of Business, CSEC. So paper 3s tend to be somewhat of a case study. Okay, they are case studies in which you have to read the information given and try to apply what you already know to the scenario or to the case study. All right, so it's normally a case study, so you have to read and then apply what you know. So that's what paper tree is all about application. You have to be able to apply the information and the knowledge that you already have. Okay, so let's just jump into that one. All right, so let's read the case study here. Altogether, Jerk Limited will be a competitive, privately owned 50-seat restaurant offering home cooked food that is popular in that area of the Caribbean. It will provide grilled and steamed foods, pork, chicken, fish, and baked yams, potatoes, and other bread stuff, along with vegetables and an assortment of natural fruit drinks. The restaurant will be owned and operated by Carl and Crystal Bennett, who have owned and managed a number of other successful businesses. The management team collectively has over 20 years of experience in the restaurant business. The owners intend to employ an operations manager, a chef, several kitchen assistants, several waiters, and 2 cleaners. While the firm hopes to provide in-house dining, it would also specialize in takeout. The managers are aware of the importance of proper documentation and transparent business practices. Together, they have created a detailed plan which includes all the elements for success. So that's a business plan is there to help you to be successful. All right. Complete the following business plan using information from the case. So let's go. Number 1, operational plan, nature and type of business. Identify the type of business and state the reason for your choice. So you have to identify the type of business and give a reason why you chose that type. And so clearly, this right here, the restaurant will be owned and operated by Carl and Crystal Bennett. So right there indicates that this is a partnership. Okay, this is a partnership. A partnership is a business that is owned and operated by 2 or more persons. So it's a partnership owned by these 2 persons. So that's number 1. So that's 2 marks. Easy 2 marks right there. Okay, number 2, internal structure of the organization. Complete the following organizational chart to show the relationship between the persons who will work at All Together Jerk Limited. Okay, so of course the boss is at the top, Carl and Crystal Bennett, and then followed by, let's see, which one we're going to follow by. Let's see. Okay, so the chef, okay, I think, no, sorry, the operation manager. The operation manager comes second, then a chef. So you have the operation manager, you have the chef right here. Under the chef, you have, let's see, under the chef, you have the assistant, the kitchen assistants. Under the chef, you have the kitchen assistants. Then you'll have the waiters and the cleaners. So your operation manager, chef, assistant, waiters, cleaners. So that's the organizational chart right there. All right, operation manager, chef, kitchen assistant, cleaners. That means, sorry, waiters and cleaners. So that's the organizational chart right there. Number 2, management function. State 2 qualities which the manager possesses that are likely to lead to success of the business. So they want to know the qualities of a manager. What makes a manager, a good manager? So qualities of the manager. For this one, we can look at the qualities of a good leader. Okay, good leadership, because they are the ones in charge, they are the ones leading. So you can look at qualities of a good leader. So you have things like strategic thinking and planning, creativity and imagination, decisive, hard work and perseverance, good with people, communication skills, learning, listening, integrity, and being fair. So if you go back to the opening, the description of some of the owners, you see they say that they are all about, they're detailed planned, so they are very organized, and they said that they are the transparency. So you have integrity coming out right there. So they have integrity that would need to help them to be successful, because you hear they say that they're transparent. And of course, they've been in it for 20 years. 20 years they've been in this business for. So of course you have hard work, perseverance right there. Okay? Then you have integrity because they're talking about, being ethical and being transparent. Okay? They also talk about creativity and imagination. So that comes out here with how they want to do this new restaurant idea, delivery and in-house dining, those things. So all these things coming out here about the leaders. So these are qualities of the leaders that can help them to be successful in managing and running the business. Okay, two qualities which are managers possesses that are likely to lead to success. So integrity, hard work, perseverance, creativity, imagination. What else? So we don't know what did not come out to say whether they're good people or not, but based on the paragraph you can deduce certain qualities based on how they would have put it out. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. A number of options for that one, so that's just 3 marks. That one, 2 marks, sorry. You just drop down the two and you're good to go. All right, ethical issues, and we see the person dealing with some already, with transparency. So ethical issues. Explain one ethical issue that the managers would need to address and therefore should include in the plan. So a number of things. They're opening a restaurant. Ethical issues, of course. We're talking about taxation. That's one issue. So they have to address how, paying of taxes and stuff like that. Make sure they don't skimp on the tax. Make sure they don't use loopholes and that kind of thing. Also, a key one would be advertising. All right, so you don't want to advertise you have fresh food and fresh vegetables, fresh off the grill, only to find out that they are prepackaged, already frozen. You import them from overseas. Okay, because you're talking about local stuff here. All right, so you don't want any false advertising. Advertising is an ethical issue, so you don't want any false advertising because you see they're talking about will provide grilled and steamed food, home cooked food, local drinks and stuff like that, natural fruits. So you don't want them to advertise as such, and the reality is they're taking some concentrated juice and adding water, and that's the drink, or the importing stuff, or the food was pre-cooked since last week, and stuff like that. So in the restaurant business, advertising and the quality of the products that you're using is one of the key things when you talk about ethics. You don't want to be fooling the customers, giving them cheap, low quality food and charging a high price. So that could be one of the ethical issues they can deal with, along with taxes and environmental things. You don't want to be wasting food. Okay, because if your food don't sell off, you don't want to just throw it away when you have poor people out there that you can give the food to. You don't want to be wasteful. All right, so that's the next ethical issue that you can tangle with in a restaurant business. You don't want to just waste food and waste things. You can package the food, give it to a children's home, some charity or something like that. So those are issues that they can deal with. So that's number 4. Okay, so section B, a next piece of the business plan, and the next piece of the case study. The managers would like to use the smell of jerk, healthy, large size platters, Caribbean background music, and Friday evening band to attract patrons to the restaurant. The restaurant will be tastefully decorated with local wood and steel and painted in bright tropical colors. The chairs and tables will be made from metal and wood, giving a rustic look. Carefully conducted market research and evaluation of the target market revealed that the firm was poised to cater to a segment that was not being served. Despite this, the firm intends to use technology to intensely market its products and services. The managers would also draw on their many years of marketing experience and aim to be proactive, building sales volume over profit, especially in the first 3 years of operation. They recognized that they would require a delivery van and possibly a bike. All right, good. So let's move on. Marketing. Number 5. Outline 2 marketing strategies that the manager hoped to use to attract customers. 2 marketing strategies. So let's dig back into this to see what they are going to use. Marketing strategies. So let's go. So the manager would like to use the smell of jerk, healthy, all right, healthy, large size platters. So what they're going to use here, they're going to target those people who are health conscious. So that's one marketing strategy you can use. They can target persons who are health conscious to come to the restaurant because you see they're healthy, large size. So even those who are also price sensitive. So when you're spending the money, you want to know that you're gonna get a good size for your money. Okay. All right. So they want to also target those who want the tropical vibe, the Caribbean feel in the restaurant. So they're gonna use background music for the evening band to help attract the patrons. So they're gonna use the band and the music to attract to the patrons. All right. They're also gonna use good. So yes, we can see. So as we breaking it down, we can see the various marketing strategies they're using. So we already stated that the targeting, healthy for those are health conscious, those who are price sensitive, those who want a lot for a little bit. Then we also look at the they're gonna use the ambiance, the atmosphere to attract certain people. People who want that Caribbean feel, that Caribbean vibe. You want to be eating and you have the music playing in your head and stuff like that. Nice, cool look. Then they're gonna also target those who, they don't want the upscale kind of treatment. Just want, the tables made from wood. You just want to go out, laid back kind of vibe. So you just want to go out, relax, not too stuffy, not too, upbeat, not too upper class in a sense kind of vibe. Just want a nice, laid back atmosphere. All right. So that's what the marketing is going to be looking at. This first section explains how the marketing is going to be targeted. And of course, they are also going to use technology to market the product. So they're looking at those who might be young, who are into technology, who can utilize technology, the Instagram people, the Facebook people, so that they can, post, meals on Instagram and Facebook so that they can attract the younger set also. So all this can be gotten by just reading the paragraph. You can tell the marketing strategies right there. Okay, moving on. Describe how building sales volume over profit can help the firm to succeed. Okay, sales volume over profit. Now, what this means is that they intend to price the product in a way that a lot of people are going to buy fast. Okay, a very popular segment of restaurants that does this would be like Chinese restaurants. The Chinese restaurants, especially here in the OECS, they have cheap food, good enough to fill a belly, and their main target is volume. So they want you coming back every day. They want you to come back every weekend, buy one, buy two because it's cheap. So volume here means that you're gonna spend a little bit, but a lot, you're gonna buy a lot. You're gonna spend a little bit, but you're gonna buy a lot. So that's what they're targeting here, building sales volume over profit. High-end restaurants, high-scale restaurants, you put a plate before you, they're gonna charge about 100 US for that plate. But they don't mind because if only two persons or three persons eat a night, that's 300 US for the night, right? So that's low volume but high margin. But no, what altogether Jerk is targeting is lower price so that you can have more volume, more people coming in, buying one, buying two, buying three, buying a lot for a little bit. Now, what this does is this ingrains altogether Jerk in the minds of a lot of people in a short time span. Okay, so if you're looking, so a lot of people coming into your restaurant, that's a lot of word of mouth marketing right there. So this is going to help to build your reputation, build your brand loyalty. When you have a lot of people just talking about your product, a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people. So that's what the volume going to help to do. Build brand recognition, build loyalty, and help you increase profits with more people coming into your restaurant. So that's why they would this. That's why we're talking about building sales volume over profit. One thing it leads to, brand recognition, brand loyalty, because a lot of people talking about you, talking about you, talking about you. There's a lot of people coming through, and also in the future you're gonna get more profits because of course you're looking at a high capacity of people coming through to your restaurant. So some days are gonna be full and they can't even, you're overbooked and stuff like that. So that's how this strategy would help the firm to succeed. Brand recognition, brand loyalty, higher sales, so higher profit in the end. Okay, moving on. 6. Competition. Identify two local competitors of Jerk Limited. So competition. Now this one you can use your common sense, your knowledge to think about competition. Of course, you have fast food restaurants out there. All right, you have your KFC. You have because KFC sells chicken. In Jamaica, you have things like Island Grill, who sell grill meats. You have maybe you have in Jamaica again you have your juicy patties and your juicy. They sell food. So you're looking at close competitors. So you have your fast food restaurants, your McDonald's, your KFC, your Denny's, Wendy's, or whatever. So those are the kind of things that would be competitors. All right. So you have to just describe a restaurant that offers something similar to Altogether Jerk Limited, because they're not the only, you know, home cooked meal, fast food kind of restaurant out there. There are many other restaurants out there that can be similar, including your KFC, your Wendy's, your Burger King, your Subway, what have you. So these are competitors that might be, you know, close to Altogether Jerk. And especially in Jamaica, where you have Island Grill. Because this sounds similar to an Island Grill, right? So that's the next example of a competitor right there. Or sounds similar to a Juicy, where you can go and sit down and have your food, not just fast food alone, and that kind of thing. All right, in Trinidad, I don't know much of the franchises in Trinidad, but you have KFC all around the Caribbean region, and you have your Subways and those other things. But that's what we're talking about. Like competitors are those that offer a similar product, okay, a similar vibe, a similar product. We're talking about jerk healthy, all right. We're talking about natural juices and those things. Okay, so that's what the competitors will do. All right, outline two advantages that Jerk Limited have over its competitors. Okay, two advantages. One would be experience. That's a major one, because as you can see, the owners have been working in the industry for, let's say, over 20 years. So they have a wealth of knowledge and experience to pull from. Okay, so that's one advantage that they have right there. And next advantage would be, based on this section, they say that carefully conducted market research and evaluation of the target market revealed that the firm was poised to cater to a segment that was not, this is an advantage right here, a segment that was not being served. So that's an advantage right there. So this, along with the wealth of knowledge and experience, you have the fact that there's a market segment that is not being served. So that's an opportunity they can use and capitalize on to help them to be successful. The market is not being served. So that's an advantage right there. Okay? And of course, the use of technology to market their product is an advantage also. Alright? Now, other advantages could be the fact that, they are targeting natural natural drinks, healthy eating, and right now there's a trend in this boost in healthy eating habits right now. So if you capitalize on that, that can be another advantage that they can take, they can that they can exploit. That's an advantage that they can exploit right there. Okay, so those are some advantages that they would have over its competitors. Okay, so if your competitors are like KFC and those things, of course that is not that's not locally made things. That's not locally made prepared restaurant food. That's overseas taste. So an advantage would be the fact that they are bringing in local taste, local cuisine, natural, and of course the platter could be an advantage right there. The fact that they're selling for a lot for a reasonable price. But the key one I would focus on would be the experience and the fact that they are servicing a market that has not been serviced before. All right, so that's that. Moving on. 7. Target market. Identify two factors in the market research that suggest that the proposed business is likely to succeed. Ooh, okay. So I guess I just answered that one also. I just answered that one also for the advantage. The fact that they said two factors in market research that suggest that the proposed business is likely to succeed. Right here again, I guess I answered. You can be used again. Right here, they said that it's a segment that was not being served. So market research showed that there's a segment that's not being served. So there's pent up demand within that segment that they can exploit. So that's one. Okay. They also said that okay, so you can use the marketing experience part to answer the part about uh, advantage, because again, experience, we said that before. And for the exploits, you also have this one that they also recognize that they would require a delivery van and a possible bike so that they can have a proper distribution channel. So right here, they recognize based on research that they would need some delivery method, some a distribution channel. So that right there would set them up to be more mobile and more flexible when it comes around servicing their customers. So right there again, so the two things that I would point out would be the fact that they said that it's a market that's not being serviced. All right, it's not being a segment not being served, and also that they recognize that they would need a new distribution channel, which is the delivery using bikes and a van. Also, you can highlight the fact that they have many years of marketing experience to draw on, and they say that they aim to be proactive, meaning that they're not going to sit back and wait for things to happen. They're going to move with the times, move with the market. As the market flow, they move. So they're going to be proactive. They're going to be flexible and proactive, so they can move fast when things change. All right, so all these are things that you can point out to show that they, based on market research, they are going to be successful. So the use of the bikes, that's one. The fact that they're servicing untapped market, that's two. The fact that they tend to be proactive, that's the next one. And the fact that they're going to approach it from a sales volume versus just profit approach, that's the next one they can use to show that they're likely to succeed. All right, promotional strategies describe two ways in which the firm can use technology to advertise its products and services. So technology is anything that is used to enhance your work experience, your work. So we are living in the world of social media. So clearly, that's one way in which the firm can use technology to advertise the products and services. So, of course, Instagram is all about pictures. So you set up a nice platter with all your food, and of course you take a picture, put it on Instagram, and you put a nice caption to tell a story about the food. Okay, so that's one way technology can be used to advertise. If you use social media, you know, Instagram, Facebook, even WhatsApp. All right. You can also use Instagram and WhatsApp to carry out polls. Carry out polls and surveys to help to advertise. You have a little quiz, a little poll. The winner of the quiz might get a free meal or something like that. So those are things you can use technology for to advertise the products and services. So you have social media, you have, of course, newsletters. You can have persons be on a mailing list, an email list, so you can send them your offers every week. You have a special, you have an offer. So you have a newsletter, or a mailing list. So every week you can send them. Okay, this week these are our special. These are our offers. All right. You use your flyers, your digital flyers, or your digital advertising to, you can go on the radio, you can go on, stream Facebook's live services, you can stream on YouTube to show what's going on in the restaurant right now and things like that. So you can go crazy with this one. Technology, social media, multimedia, those things you can use to, enhance, to advertise the products. Also, don't underestimate technology. Let's say they might get a van or a bike. So of course you can use those to assist in advertising the product and your services. You can put, you can cover the van in your name, your brand, your name, your meals that you offer, or you can have the bike go around with a banner or something to show what products you have to offer. All right, distribution channels or strategies. Again, I highlighted this before. Very simple. Identify two methods that the firm intends to use to distribute its products. So the two that they highlighted will be delivery, home delivery, and also in-house dining. Okay, so you're gonna bring the food in-house dining, and of course you're gonna use deliveries. All right, and they pointed that out in the paragraphs up here. They say that they're going to use uh, vans for delivery. All right, so that's one method. And also, if you go all the way back up to the top, they said that they're also going to be both in-home, a 50-seat restaurant, offering home cooked meals. So it's gonna be like a home away from home. So that's in-house, all right, 50 seat, and then they also intend to deliver. So those are the two distribution channels they intend to use: delivery, and they said the firm hopes to provide in-house dining and takeout also. Okay, so that's three: in-house dining, takeaway, and delivery. So those are the three distribution methods that the firm intends to use. Section C, a next part of the case study. The total amount of capital required to start the business is $1,100,000. 200,000 of this amount will be contributed by Carl and Crystal Bennett. They hope to obtain the additional capital via a bank loan. They project that the business will attract 2,000 customers per week with sales of $45,000. Although altogether, Jerk Limited hopes to provide a great product, employ persons from the community, and expand the business locally and internationally. Alright, so let's go into this one. Sources of finance. List two sources from which altogether Jerk hopes to obtain financing for the business. So the two sources outlined: a bank loan right here, a bank loan, and also personal, okay, personal savings, personal resources, personal savings. So they come from the owners and the bank. So those are the two sources they expect to get money from: bank loan and personal savings, personal resources. All right. B, calculate the additional amount of capital which the firm will need to start the operations, because they say you need 1,100,000, so they only have 200,000. So of course, if you do the maths, you will get that they require. So that's 1,100,000, okay, minus the 200,000 they're going to contribute, equal. So they need 900,000 from the bank. Okay, so they need about a $900,000 from the bank. So the question asks, calculate the additional amount of capital which the firm will need to start its operations. And so you see the answer right there. They need about $900,000 right there. So the 1,100,000 from the 200,000 from the 1 million, and you get your $900,000. All right, so that's how we get that. Simple maths. All right, nothing too hard. That's a giveaway question, really and truly. All right, government regulations. Identify one government regulation which altogether Jerk Limited must comply. Okay, one, of course, you're gonna have your health and safety regulations as it relates to handling food. So you need to have your food handlers permit and stuff like that. You have to be on top of this thing. So health regulations, you have to have your food handlers permit for sure, because you're dealing with food. Okay, so they must have the food handlers permit, and it must be, of course, seen by the patrons. That's one. Of course, you have your work hours, your labor laws. So you have to comply with the labor laws. You cannot be slaving out anybody. You have to, pay them what they deserve, what they're worth, and you have to give them the allotted amount of hours by law weekly. So that's two. Work the labor laws, and of course the health and safety regulations, like your food handlers permit and stuff like that. So that's two right there. Of course, they also have to abide by whatever tax system is in place in whatever country they are in. So you have to abide by the tax laws and the tax systems that are out there. So you have the health and safety laws, the labor laws, and also your taxing laws and the taxing codes, among other things. That's just one mark. Easy, easy, easy giveaway question right there. And of course, you have economic and social benefits, state two benefits that altogether Jerk Limited will provide to the community or country. Of course, one, employment. All right, employment to the community or the country. Two, increase tax revenues to the country, because small businesses, they pay taxes. Three, to the community, they offer a haven for socializing. They offer a area where people can come and socialize. So that's the next one. Three, they can also offer, they might give back to the community. They might give sponsorship and deal, various things to the community. That's the next one they can offer to the country, to the community. They can also offer variety. Okay, now you have variety in, have choices now. You have more choices out there in terms of eating establishments. So they offer a wider variety of choices in terms of dining within the community or the country. So all those are things that they offer to the country, economic and social. So employment, tax revenue, a social hub, a social area for socializing. They can give back to the community. They can help build the community, boost the community. They can also offer variety, a wider variety in food and dining areas and things like that. So this one is very simple, very straightforward. How they can provide to the community and the country on a whole. Okay, and the last part, and I've seen this, so most of the paper trees, the last part always asks you to write an executive summary. So the executive summary is just a summary of the overall business plan. Okay, so executive summary is a summary of the overall business plan. So what you have to do now is that of these three sections of the business plan, so this one you have to do on your own. You have to go up to each piece of the business plan. So you have the financial plan, you have the marketing, all right, you have the marketing plan, and you have the operation plan. Okay, you have the operation plan up here. So what you have to do, those are the three parts they're asking you to do. What you have to do is read each section and just summarize all that is going on in the business plan. Okay, so you have to read all three and just summarize. So that's what this one is asking. You read all three and you summarize, is 10 marks. So you go through, the operational plan. So you go and you outline how they're going to up what the business is, the 50-seat restaurant, what they're offering, how they intend to operate the business, how they're going to staff the business and things like that. So you highlight all those things. You don't have to go word for word. You just summarize everything here. All right. So you show the type of business, which is here. You show they actually broken down for you nicely. It's what you have to summarize. So you have to summarize something like, Altogether Jerk is a partnership business, and you have to outline the organizational structure of the business. You have to outline, management, what they're going to do, and those things. So that's what this one is asking about, all about outlining all parts of the business plan. So marketing going to outline what they intend to do, who the target market might be, how they're going about marketing, that kind of thing. So you have to outline all the techniques they intend to use. So you have to summarize all of these for the last question. And of course, the financial part, don't forget the finance. You have to outline the source of finance, how much you might need, where they're going to get it from, and how they expect to keep making money. Okay, their estimates. So this one would be the easiest one to summarize right there. Okay, so that's what the last question is all about, summarizing all of the information that was given to you. Okay, so with that, that is how the past paper looks for paper 3. There might not be enough time to go through any other. So let me just show you how some of the other papers look. All right. So you have January 2019. All right. This is the past paper for January 2019. This is how it looks. Same way. You have a business plan, a case study. All right. You have to go through it again. You have to read the sections, and then you go about answering the questions. The same setup. See, same setup. All right. You have to go through it. Same setup. Section B, marketing plan. You read it and you deduce what you can from the information given. See again, same setup again. All right, you're going down. Same setup. You have the financial plan. All right, so you have the financial plan. You read it and you try to deduce what you can from that. All right, so I chose these questions to do at random. So, I can't go through all of them, but I just chose some at random. So you can go through them and you can see, what is what. So the format is the same. The format is the same for all of them. For the last couple of years, the format has been the same. All right, the format has been the same for the last couple years. All right, even going back, you have 2018, paper 3, May, June 2018. All right, same way. Boom, hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes, same thing. Case study, read it, decipher what they're trying to ask you, and you go through it. I've done a lot of videos on most of the topics. All right, I've done one on the nature of the business. I've done a video on I've started marketing. I've done production. I did some for finance, but that was while answering a certain question. All right, so I think I might do a finance video, and that would be it before the exam. So best of luck on the exam. All right, so that's it for now. If people have been asking about the past papers, I purchased them from the CXC website. They have past papers on the website. It costs $8, and you get all the years from all the way from 2005 all the way to January of 2019. So it costs $8 US. All right, so you have to make the conversion wherever you are, $8 US. I don't think there's a way to. There's not an efficient way to get these papers to you guys. So it's unfortunate, but you can always pause and write down the questions and see. All right. So that's it for now. Like I said, the exam is I think tomorrow, Thursday, 2019, May the 22nd, 2019. That's the exam. Best of luck, and I wish you all the best. All right, that's it for now. The next videos I'm going to do 1 or 2 past papers for economics. I didn't get enough time to do the content for economics, but I'll do 1 or 2 past papers for economics. So like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to find out when that drops.